Fools fool you, so do you, and lose dudes that want you to lose. So X can use you as a stat, but they have been wrong. You are not defined by just your skin tone.
Welcome to 3 Count Commentaries. So, Velveteen Dream. He had gotten booked for a show in New Jersey. Then the people who booked the show got attacked on social media, and they immediately backed down. So, what is this story? Well, let's see here. It is SWF Wrestling in New Jersey. It's a small independent promotion, I'm guessing. They booked Velveteen Dream for a show, even did a flyer for it, and put it up online. Let's see. Let me take a look at this. It says it was their Home Sweet Home show, Return to the Jersey Shore, appearing live, formerly known as Velveteen Dream. There's a picture of Velveteen Dream there with an NXT logo. They were inundated with negative views, negative opinions, and then the owner quickly backed out of it. I think it took him about an hour, for the guy to buckle. So this is what the owner had to say after he backed down from the mob who attacked him. Earlier tonight, it was announced Velveteen Dream would be appearing live at SWF Live this September. I believe any man can be slandered and have been through other situations in my life, unrelated but untrue. After careful consideration, I have removed Dream from our event. And of course, this didn't do anything, because once the wrestling intelligentsia caught on to it, people started attacking the guy and his promotion for booking Velveteen Dream in the first place. The guy started getting attacked for even booking Velveteen Dream in the first place. Oh, boy. This is the nature of the beast. Not only did he promoted him, then he buckled under the pressure, and now people are attacking him for both. This is the shit sandwich that you step in every time you get involved with the whole cancel culture thing. Yes, there was going to be people who were going to be mad that you were trying to book Velveteen Dream for your small independent show. There was going to be people who were going to be mad about that. That was just the way it is. But now you're going to have a lot of people who were mad at you because you caved to the mob. Look, if you thought it was a good idea, just say, look, we don't believe in it, or this man was never found guilty of anything, therefore he deserves the right to work and that kind of thing, or whatever the case may be. Whatever your thought process was that was going into this thing, stand by it. But now that you've buckled, people are mad that they buckled, and people are mad that they did it in the first place. And then, of course, because of the way that our society works, the fact that the guy said what he said and the way that he said it becomes a problem. For instance, the guy says, I'll read it again. What did he say? He said, I believe any man can be slandered and have been through other situations in my life, unrelated but untrue. He didn't say, well, we didn't know about the accusation, which of course he can't say that. But he says that I believe any man can be slandered. Basically, anybody can make up whatever they want. That wasn't an apology. People wanted an apology. People think that you were wrong for trying to sign the, quote, pedo anyway. Even though there's no evidence. So, and there was no police investigation. There was no arrest. There was nothing of the sort. Just some guys tweeting about Velveteen Dream. So I could go through the tweets, but I'll try to find a couple that may typify both sides. So one guy says, make up your mind. You sound like you're stating that you don't believe the allegations against Dream, but then you remove him. You should have never considered bringing someone like that on your show in the first place. I am boycotting all your shit. Well, this is a small promotion. I doubt one person who probably doesn't even live in Jersey, is really going to be that big of a deal. Okay. Then somebody else responds, this is bullshit. Patrick Clark was falsely accused of something he never did, and now he can't even get booked at some high school gym show that no one will watch anyways. When are people going to uphold innocent until proven guilty? When it doesn't, people only have principles when they have money to back it up. Okay? This guy who, look, I'm not going to attack the guy. That's why I haven't said his name, but I will put the stuff up on the screen. The guy is running a small independent promotion. You know, he does seem to run that often, and he trying to protect his investment. You know, he works with other big names. From what I see, he's been doing other shows, and he's gotten like Savio Vega and Sid and so many other people to participate in his program. Who's to say that having Velveteen Dream on his show won't, endanger future business, even if it's not fans that are turned away, but other people he tries to book, and he's like, no, wait, and they say, no, wait, man, you booked this guy that I don't like. I will never work for you. I'll never work for you again, or something like that. So you do have to take that into account. And he doesn't have the money to back up his principles. WWE was able to keep Patrick Clark on the roster as long as they did because they had the money to back up their principles. You know, they tried to find something that this guy was, he was accused of something, but they couldn't find any evidence. So they didn't fire him immediately. They tried to reuse him. The negative attention just, couldn't be overcome. But they had the money to deal with that. Most other people would have cut bait with him immediately because they don't have the funds. So essentially what you're saying is the guy is done in the business. Because if WWE couldn't afford to keep the guy on the roster, who's going to book him and then have the money to say fuck you to the weirdos who are going to attack them for it online and maintain that, he deserves to work? And even if you believe that Velveteen Dream is what the people have said he was, he ain't the only one, right? There are a lot of people that some people even have criminal records behind them. And I think that there's one specific guy who is friends with Ricochet and I think Sasha Banks and like Tessa Blanchard and all these people in Florida who has pedophilia on his record, and nobody cares. He's good friends with Kenny Omega and all these kinds of other people too. So it's like, doesn't apply to everybody. Like, I'm sure this guy probably will never get a WWE contract or an AEW contract. That's fine. But he can still find ways to make money in the business. But, what is Velveteen Dream going to do? The guy is like 25. His career is over. I have to say that again. And most smaller promotions, like, he can't be rehired by WWE or AEW. Impact's probably not going to take a chance on him, and neither will Ring of Honor, because all those are major promotions. So that means if he's gonna wrestle, it has to be for smaller independent promotions. Who's gonna have the finances and the backbone to say, if we lose viewers or if we lose wrestlers or if we lose sponsorships or whatever for bringing this guy in, it's okay. We can handle it. Not many. So effectively, through social pressure, the guy's going to be forced into retirement. He's going to have to go work behind a desk somewhere. And then, who knows, that might even follow him there. Guy might have to go dig ditches for a living or something, which is, it's a strange scenario. And it's truly sad, and it'd be easy for me to say that this guy's weak for cratering to the mob and he's a piece of shit and all this kind of stuff. But really, not really. The guy runs a small independent promotion that barely anybody watches. Enough negative attention could sink his promotion. He's doing what he can to protect his investment. He had to sacrifice Velveteen Dream. He does not have the money or the finances to back up his principles. When you look at other people who are accused of crazy and bad things, they weren't fired, especially if it wasn't, even in Ring of Honor, there was, people talk a lot about the whole Don Callis and Impact thing. He was never fired for all this stuff that he supposedly went through in Impact. in regard to sexual harassment. Jay Lethal was accused of sexual harassment. He didn't get fired. You know, when you have money, you can say, look, we'll fight this thing. We'll hold off. But when you don't have any money, you have to crater. And it took about an hour or so, you know, maybe almost 2 hours maybe before the guy decided to change his mind. And then he got attacked for changing his mind. So it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, donate to the channel via Subscribestar. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, non-aggression. Once that lesson sets in, you'll see a session. But you got an affection for no progression, regression. The best don't